Hey guys, Adam from Quick Tone Door. Well, I just recently got one of these Work Sharp tools. My good friend Jim Noka, owner of Knife Forums, sent this over to me to give it a try out. He saw it at Blade Show 2011. I got a chance to talk to one of the Blade Show reps 2011 about this, and they did a demo for me here. This is the Work Sharp KTS Sharpener. This is pretty innovative. It's just basically a mini belt sander, a handheld belt sander to knock out your knives in actually pretty quick amount of time. So guys, stay tuned. We'll be right back. I'm going to go through some of these knives, show you some knives I've already worked on. I gotta say, this is an awesome piece of equipment. See you real soon. So just to give you guys kind of a point of reference, when I got this in the mail, I took it and I sharpened everybody's knives with it at the office because I was getting ready to go to work. And I just want to give you guys a look-see. I've been putting convex edge on knives that, you know, before I wasn't very impressed with, and once I got this edge on them, like here is the edge on a Moccasin Ranger. I mean, this thing is shaving sharp. Been working on the Bear Grylls knives, actually taking the serrations out because I destroyed the serrations in the test. And I'm actually running out of arm hair. But if you guys can see that, this thing is shaving sharp. And I mean, I'm not exaggerating. I mean, there's a bald spot in my arm right there. I'm actually, those bald spots all over my arm because I've been testing on all these different knives. Right here is a K-Bar Gen 2 knife that I've utterly destroyed. And I brought this thing back to a razor edge. This is a knife that we gave the students in our class to just beat the crap out of. You know, when and I mean, then again, I mean, look at the belly on this blade is shaving sharp. I mean, my arms are going to be bald by the time this episode is done because I'm going crazy with these knives. So what I plan to do is, you know, this is one of those items that people kind of look at and they're like, okay, that's kind of a gimmick. There's no way I can spend 70 bucks on a sharpening device and it works that well. I've heard some guys mention the 220 grit sandpaper belt to the 6000 is too much of a jump. It does come with the 82, or I'm sorry, an 80 grit as well. So we're gonna go right now and take some knives that I've had here for a while that aren't very sharp. I got an old Carbon V SK5 here, and as you can see, it is not at all shaving sharp. I mean, this thing is freaking dull. So we're gonna throw a convex edge on this thing. I'm actually gonna start, there's a couple little, you know, spots of corrosion on this thing. This thing's been in a box forever. It hasn't been used very recently, so we're gonna go ahead and throw on the 80 grit real quick. Let's make this happen. All right, let's move on to the next one. Room with 6,000. Look at that, guys. That is crazy. Oh man, this thing is nuts. So this is a Carbon V SK5. Nice. Start using this knife again. All right. I'll be interested to see what happens with a hollow ground knife. This is a very inexpensive Winchester knife. It's actually got a bend near the belly. So we're gonna see what happens with that. Look at that, guys. That is just stupid. There we go. If that ain't shaving sharp, I don't know what is. Alright guys, so I know what you're saying, but what about the Becker BK2, Adam? That's your, go-to knife, one of your favorite survival knives. And I'm glad that you're asked. I've actually already sharpened this. I've already started a convex edge on this a while back. And I've given a lot of videos about how to convex your BK2 where buy a work sharp. Let me show you guys. I'll just straighten it up a little bit. Mirror freaking shine. And this is a 1/4 inch knife. You guys see that? That is freaking shaving sharp. How many 1/4 inch knives can do that? God, I mean, look at this. I mean, look at that. Polished. And I've shown this thing some love. You guys have seen the abuse I put on this. So guys, that's pretty much it, man. The Work Sharp, I think it retails for like 69 bucks. They were selling 69 bucks at the show. Take the guards on and off. Take this off, and then if you need to use it as a grinder, you can just push this over here. Take whatever you have, grind the crap out of it. It's an awesome tool. Lightweight. And I took this with me to work and plugged it in the office and was sharpening up people's pocket knives and whatnot. I did a great job, and I'm finding, I love a convex edge anyway, you guys know that. So taking something like this Moccasin Ranger and putting a convex edge on that. Now, one thing I could say is, you guys see this line right here where I've started to wear some of the coating, the powder coating on it. So if you're gonna one of those guys who gets upset with the powder coatings rubbed off of something, it might not be for you. But I'm not really big on powder coating anyway. I know it protects some of our high carbon steel blades, but if you're taking care of them, you don't have to really worry about the powder coating. Putting a good amount of oil on them and everything. But amazing product, awesome knife. As my arms can see, I gotta go ahead and shave the rest of my arm off so I don't look like an idiot. But it's good stuff, man. Awesome stuff. Anyway, guys, and even stuff, even like your 440A, your softer steels, we didn't have a problem with. all the way up to your 1095 Crowvans. I actually had some VG10. I actually sharpened up my, of course, just use the strop, you know, and then of course, if you want to, you can just come in here like that and really get your if you want to polish it up, man. But I mean, oh my gosh, that's a beautiful edge. Amazing stuff. So, very versatile piece of equipment. This has been my gear pick of the week in our podcast. So awesome stuff. Very happy I got it. Hey Jim, thanks for the gift. I appreciate it. And he got a box of like a couple of them, so shot me one over. So good stuff all in all. Well, you guys, Adam from Equipped Indoor. If you have any questions or comments, you can email me at adam@equippedindoor.com. You guys can check out WorkSharp at worksharp.com. It's made by the Derek's company. They do some other things like the Drill Doctor as well. So good stuff. Well, you guys take care. Be safe out there. Keep your knives sharp. And remember, if you're not always prepared, you're never prepared. Thanks.